The 2015 Speedway Grand Prix season concludes this weekend with the Australian SGP from the Etihad Stadium in Melbourne. It's the 192nd Speedway Grand Prix overall and only the second ever to come out of Australia. Start time is 7 PM local, which is 9 in the morning if you're watching in the UK. The wildcard for the meeting will be 24-year-old Australian Sam Masters, who rides for the Edinburgh Monarchs in the British Premier League. Peter Kilderman continues to fill in for the injured Jaroslav Hampel. As said, just one previous Grand Prix held in Australia, and it came from Sydney at Stadium Australia in 2002. Outgoing world champ Greg Hancock was the winner in the event, with the podium completed by Scotty Nicholls and legendary Jason Crump. As it's the last GP of the year and there's no other Australian GP results to look at, let's take a quick glance at the overall leaders for Grand Prix wins and podiums. Looking at winners, we find an Australian at the top, as Jason Crump has won 23 Grand Prix to be the overall leader, ahead of Tomas Golob, who has 22. Swede Tony Rickardsson has 20 behind them, before we come to two of this year's competitors in Greg Hancock and Nicky Pedersen, who have 19 and 16 each respectively. The top 5 for podiums is the same set of riders, but in a different order, as Greg Hancock is the leader for podiums, having finished in the top 3 on an incredible 60 occasions ahead of Crump on 56. Golob has 53, Pedersen 47, and Rickardsson below those with 45 rostrum appearances. For a look at the full history of winners and podiums in all SGPs, follow the link in the description. Nicky Pedersen bagged his third win of the season in Torren last time out, meaning that he is guaranteed to finish the year with the most wins. Only new world champion Ty Wolfenden can equal his 3 wins if he takes victory in Australia. The top half of the standings heading into the last GP looks as follows, with Ty Wolfenden uncatchable at the top on 151 points. The Brit will be crowned world champion this weekend. In second and third, Hancock and Pedersen have the medal positions secured barring a miracle, but with just 2 points between them, who takes silver and who takes bronze is all to play for. Jason Doyle finally reached a final in Torren, and his second place helped him climb into 5th, and himself, Niels Christian Iversen and Matej Zagar will be battling it out for positions 4 to 6. Chris Holder is in the last of the automatic qualification positions, and as we'll see shortly, is highly likely to be secured of a place next year. Peter Kilderman has moved into 9th place with another semi-final appearance in Torren, but unfortunately for the Dane, it looks likely that he'll be unable to reach the top 8, but he has already shown his credentials and should be in line for a permanent wildcard selection for next year. Michael Jepsen Jensen has started to fall away, and with Andreas Jonsson's late season improvement, could find himself in 11th after this weekend. Despite only adding 1 to his tally last time out, Ty Wolfenden still leads the pack comfortably on heat wins with 35 on the season. Hancock and Pedersen, the latter securing 5 wins in Torren, are below him with 28 and 26 respectively, before a clear drop to Doyle in 4th place. Despite having 105 points on the year, Niels Christian Iversen has struggled to consistently win heats and only has 13, putting him 8th on this list. As mentioned earlier, Nicky Pedersen leads the field for Grand Prix wins with 3 and has now won 60% of the finals he has qualified for this year. Wolfenden and Zagar are behind him with 2 each, though one of Zagar's was awarded from Warsaw. 4 of the riders hold a win to their name, most of them having took the win from 3 final appearances. When we look at finals reached, it's no wonder that Ty Wolfenden is dominating in points, as he has reached 8 of the 9 finals this year, converting 100% of his semi-final appearances. Behind him, Pedersen has 5 finals, reaching the final just over 70% of the time he makes it to the semis, while below him are a host of riders on 3 final appearances, including Greg Hancock, who will want to improve his semi-final conversion rate. Leading the pack on semi-finals reached are Wolfenden and Hancock, who have both only failed to qualify for 1 semi-final this season. Pedersen has 8 semi-final appearances, and behind him is the really impressive Peter Kilderman, who has reached 7 semi-finals in the 8 Grand Prix he has participated in. There are a host of riders from the top 8 in the standings who join Kilderman with 7 semi-final appearances, and all the riders except for Thomas H. Jonasson have reached at least 1. That's everything for this weekend's Grand Prix. It's hard to split Hancock versus Pedersen, but if I had to pick, I think Hancock will rise to the occasion, as he has so many times in the past. Here's hoping that we have a good track and a great GP to reintroduce the Australian crowds to the Speedway Grand Prix and sign off the season in style. Thanks for watching. The season will be done after Saturday, but I'll be back next year with a season guide and then more Grand Prix previews. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share, and subscribe to see next year's videos. Bye for now.